Astralis let out a collective sigh of relief, and as do we here on the desk. We did paint the picture that this should be a win for the Danes, albeit that start on the first half did have a couple of us worried, eyebrows raised when HellRaisers went 8-2 up.
Yeah, true. Even though Mirage is a balanced map in terms of sides, you were caught off guard a little bit, but I think it's normal actually, because they just have a stand-in. Astralis doesn't really know what to expect. HellRaisers played well in the beginning on the T side, changed up the pace, switched things up, but Astralis is going to have a good T side, right? Because that's where they're really super organized, and HellRaisers on the other side of things really are going to scramble for fighting off Astralis.
And they won both pistols. So that's good for Astralis, right? They're actually turning that ratio around a little bit, which is something that I was harping on about for a whole week period.
Lost the force buy, of course.
It was like, yeah, hey, look. But I think that, this can happen on any map, right? If a team comes in with a really good plan and they have a really good execute that they can fake off of or run multiple different variations of, which we saw coming out of HellRaisers, right? With the window smokes and then on the fly doing splits and faking them out. You get on top of the economy, you can always string together 5 to 6 rounds. And that's pretty much exactly what we saw happen with the HellRaisers guys. And the problem is with this team, because they're new and they have newer players to this tier 1 level, Angel is the one who is calling the adjustments, but if the players can't see the little bits of information to give to him or know that they can't get away with the same plays time and time again, that's when the guys on Astralis are just going to capitalize on top of you. And they had a fantastic comeback in that first half, and then were on cruise control and took the match pretty easily with some Dupree.
So what I have to kind of ask now is something that I just can't quite comprehend. Why is it that newer teams, as of late, we've noticed when a roster change is made or a player who's not used to that level starts to compete, why is it that they get more rounds on the T side than it is the CT? Why is the CT the thing that comes second? When in my mind, I feel like that's the one where you hold your angle and you communicate. Yeah,
to an extent, it's map dependent. On a map that's CT sided, you're Nuke, you're probably going to get more CT rounds than any other. But on Mirage, for example, I do believe it's you're on the T side and you can say pre-game just, okay, guys, first round, whatever happens in the pistol, first gun round, we're going to do an A smokes, execute, then second gun round, we're going to fake mid control, explode onto A, third gun round, we're going to fake the A, execute, and go B, something like that. And that was the dream scenario for HellRaisers. Their first 2 or 3 gun rounds worked for them, and that's when you can that's when you get the space to work with things and maybe can do a fake or something like that, and they have a really, really good half. But for HellRaisers, unfortunately, after those couple of rounds worked, then things started not working, and that's where you crumble because you don't have that deep playbook. You just change the player.
And to build on that CT side just a little bit more, it's like a living, breathing organism, right? Like every part, even though you can be individual holding your positions, very dependent, especially on a map like Mirage. If you lose mid control and maybe English isn't your first language and you're all communicating and you all speak a different language natively and there's a few hiccups there and you don't rotate correctly or you don't know what your teammate's actually watching properly, and then you lose a gun and then you have to eco, then you have to double eco. City side's a lot harder.
For example,
Spy was out of control.
If he plays if Fates, for example, plays mid, right, and his cat player, he doesn't know what's he going to do when the smoke pops in. Is he going to run away? Is he going to make the call? Is he going to push through the smoking connector? How is he going to play it? So the cat player doesn't know, can I push forward? Can someone already be there? Do I have to throw my smoke? Can I save my smoke? I mean, it sounds like something that's not really that significant, but against a team like Astralis, those little nuances are going to make a difference.
So again, I mean, that's a perfect example, and this is a discussion that I'll refer back to when we start talking about teams needing time to develop that understanding of one another in those scenarios, especially on the CT side. Now, with all of that said, Astralis gets 16 courtesy of all 5 players, but one player in particular did shine brighter than the others, and it's a name we don't always talk about, Dupree. We even got to see a cheeky triple kill clutch. We got to see a whole lot from Mr. Dupree. Duppers.
Yeah, we don't talk about him that much, generally speaking, but I believe recently he has stepped up immensely. Perhaps even the best player on Astralis at the moment. At the E-League playoffs, he had the best series of 2017 on a big land by an individual player versus Fnatic. It was just a mind-blowing performance. And we also see here in the highlights, he has become the secondary AWPer for the team. It's very situational. He doesn't pull it out as much as some of the other players, but you can see he can hit some crazy shots.
Yeah, and something that Astralis, definitely needed is a secondary AWPer, right? And it's great that he's taken that over. It's great that he can pick it up because he's more of a brawler. Something that I've noticed as well in his playstyle, when they do play these teams which are more individually based, like a FaZe, right? He is the one who steps it up in those situations. I think we all remember on Overpass with the Deagle, on that B side.
Never forget, yeah.
And he really gets in the thick of that. He seems to play a little bit better in those situations as opposed to some of the other players. Whereas Device, you can see when he's absolutely booking Fallen on a map and he knows exactly every line to check and he's he's just taking control that way. That's not the same kind of playstyle as a dupreeh, who can entry frag, can get stuck in the thick of it on the CT side, pushing through smokes, a little bit more random, and coming up clutch in big moments.
Calm in chaos, I think, would be a nice quick way to summarize what dupreeh is capable of as a player. And we'll see what he does now. On to Overpass is where I'm going to have to ask you guys something you referred to earlier, actually, Yanko. You mentioned that you think HellRaisers this is their best map. Is that public? Is that kind of very common knowledge? Everyone knows that Overpass works for HellRaisers?
I think it is, especially when even historically when you look at it, but also recent results with the most recent lineup, right? They had some big upset wins on the map. They took down North. I'm not sure if that's the map they played against FaZe, one of the two maps, but they've had some great results, that's for sure. And they've shown a very good understanding of the map, right? When they are a man up, they know how to, further that advantage into a round win. Also, they realize how they need to play on the CT side, taking different gambles in terms of aggression and so forth. Now, that's all fine and good against, most teams, but against Astralis, even you knowing all that, it's still going to be difficult to stop them. So it has to be a similar scenario like we saw on Mirage in the beginning. It has to be a strong start, leading into constant resets and pressure on the economy, and then maybe you can get to the finish line.
Chad, if you're Astralis right now, are you going to be pulling out every single Overpass trick from your sleeve, or are you going to probably play the most basic form of Counter-Strike to pick up this win cleanly?
Just play the general playbook, I think, and just do fundamentally sound plays. I think on that CT side, we've seen in the past when HellRaisers are able to get map control, they have good mid-round decision making. They kind of just wait, and you push your information into the CTs. The Astralis just note that, just maybe don't push, maybe make better decisions, push in pairs so you can trade. A couple of little things like that, but I wouldn't be bringing out anything too big just before Epicenter.
I think it's great for Astralis to get a couple of more Overpass games in before some of the LANs, because it has been shaky for them recently, right? Not just because they lost to FaZe. Yes, FaZe is very good, but they had some close games against some of the other teams that are not really known for Overpass, Cloud9, for example, as well. So they're probably going to look at Overpass, change some things, and this is a great example, a great chance for them to try out some of those new things in a competitive environment.
Yeah, and actually on top of the actual improvement on a map specifically, it does seem like I've seen on 3, if not 4 instances in recent interviews from various Astralis players saying that their drop-off in form was almost entirely related to individual performance, suggesting that they actually, as players, just don't feel like they're on par with those that they're competing against. Do you think we're going to start, Epicenter's the chance for redemption for the boys from Astralis? We're not going to get it until the offline stages?
I guess it's a long lead-in until the major out, because now that's kind of where you set your sights, especially as a Legends team. But you want to build towards that. This is the kind of the time last year where we saw Astralis make the roster change, right? And then from there they built up, if I remember the timeline. It's kind of around this part of the year. So this is where they can do the same thing again. But I think, sure, maybe they're not playing as well individually, but you need to constantly reinvent. I could break down Astralis' T-side based off of one Molotov that Zipnix throws every round and talk about the different things they could do from it.
Sure.
That's how, not obvious, but they still run that same thing. They haven't really come up with a new way of approaching their T-side yet.
Okay. Well, with all of that said, then it does sound like the players are starting to load into the server. I want to start talking expectations and win conditions. Now, I know Astralis clear favourites, but other than winning the pistol, is there anything that's exploitable? You've just kind of hinted at it, Chad. Astralis are predictable. HellRaisers have not, necessarily had the most time in the world to be anti-stratting Astralis, but they've known this map is coming. They've known this team are coming. Is the answer just a firm grasp of Astralis, understanding Astralis?
I think if you can just make sure you get sewer and connector control and then have some good protocols on how to rotate on the CT side versus Astralis, you basically take away any chance they can do their BXQ, which is their bailout strat. From that Molotov Zipnix throws, they run 3 variations of that. It's either that full execute, it's either Kirby really quick up sandbags, taking a duel, or then it's getting control of that and then doing a fake, right? So from those things there, knowing that and having that in your back pocket, if you can just get control of that map territory, get an early kill and then fall back, force them into the 4v5, that's the best thing you can do, but it's easier said than done versus a team like Astralis, right?
So just clarify, the Molotov you're referring to is just the Zipnix one straight to sandbags.
Yeah, just to stop the CTs from playing aggressively in that part of the map. And what that, if you look at it, Henry mentions it every time, even when they do throw that Molotov and no one goes there, CTs are now getting more scared to do the jump peek, because if dupreeh is there, 9 out of 10 times, he's taken your head off, right? And that's almost a free kill. So teams are afraid to do that. So the other ways to do it is put out their Molotov, push in, have a little cool, you use your own Molotov to get control of that area, get connector control at the same time. Otherwise, you get sandwich. There's a few different ways you can address it, but it has to, I think, be the focal point against Astralis.
So we all know it's coming. Yanko knows it's coming, and yet the teams just have to work out, are we going to fight this? It's a very quick way to force a fight.
I actually believe the recipe for beating Astralis on this map is quite simple. You just look at the grand finals of V-League and see how FaZe did it.
Okay, just shoot him in the head then.
You know, have a player like Rain hold toilets, you know, have a guy like Holofmeister and Eco B. I think, obviously, aggression is one of the key things, like, to fight them when you're on the CT side. The problem is they're very good at, you know, not getting picked off early in general, but the thing is, do you have the firepower to execute it properly? Obviously, it can work, but can you do it, like, right? It has to be a very good day for you. And then again, when you're playing the T side, Astralis got some moves on the CT side. You know, they have that double push into water to clear out, you know, sewers and so on. They have some good stacks towards A. Obviously, the boost towards party. Then, you know, setups towards long. They have different things they go for as well. So it's not just like you need to stop them when they're on the T side and then you're fine. You need to find a way to win your own rounds when you're on the T side.
Which party boost were you referring to? Is this the one
behind the wall where it boosts?
Speak over towards playground?
Yeah, that's one of them. There's also, what else do? They do a counter one when they're on the T side. They also throw the nades at CT. We saw it yesterday from, was it North that played Overpass against Navi? The nades like that go over the wall, so if the Ts are going for fast, long control and so forth. I mean, there's a lot of different things that they go for.
Okay, we still haven't received an update, so maybe you can...
Do you want a B-Stream update?
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, Navi versus Godsend right now on Overpass, 14-14. Luke, the stand-in for Navi, 13 kills.
Okay. What are you reading into that?
Well, he's doing better than Kane.
Give me more, Chad. I need more.
He's doing better than Kane, and I can only read...
I didn't know whether that was, like, disastrous.
Well, I can only face value this scenario, right?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hey, it's still up.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, Edward.
We could do this live. We could go down here and...
Do it live.
Yeah, we could actually see the game unfold. But we won't do that. That's probably not the place to be.
No, but we can confirm that we do have Edward at the top of the scoreboard, and good old Lukey has died. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Okay, God sent Navi. That's going down on the secondary stream. In case you guys are wondering how to get there, it's very simple. You just have to go ahead and click the stream next to us. It's probably over there or there.
It depends if you're using gaming.youtube.com/ESLCS or youtube.com/ESLCS as to where maybe the chat's over here. Maybe you don't have chat on.
No, but we do have chat.
Knows everything.
On predictions. What have you got for us?
Astralis.
Wow.
Do we need to play this game in when it's heavy favorites? Can we start rolling dice?
You're like filling time.
No, this is me saying we're done, guys.
Oh.
The game's ready.
Oh.
Let's just make it clear that it's over.
Oh, Astralis win.
Astralis going to take this one, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Well, we've heard from our analysts. Now we're going to be hearing from our casters. Astralis are heavy favorites. Let's see if HellRaisers can raise hell on Overpass.
Some brilliant people on that desk. Very inspirational group. And I think role models for all.
I certainly look up to all of them. But here we go again. Astralis versus HellRaisers. 7-1 up in the first map, and it all went horribly wrong in the second half. HellRaisers couldn't hold on to that lead. And I would say this map, it might even be more one-sided. Astralis very well versed on Overpass, but have been showing signs of weaknesses as of late. Maybe not as comfortable as they used to be. I'm interested to see what HellRaisers bring to the table with the new man Feds. He seemed pretty good, some nice aim. I'm going to have to see a lot more before I make my proper comment on it, which I'm sure you're all waiting for. As we get into Overpass, it looks like HellRaisers will start on the city side.
To be honest, that's the only reason I'm here, Henry.
Just to hear?
I wouldn't waste time anywhere else.
Yeah, that's true. I'd say that's the best place to get your information. Straight from the horse's mouth. I've got a face like a horse, so it all works. According to Richard Lewis, he goes with the man with the horse face.
Yeah, horse anatomy.
We get into the first round. Of course, it will be 2 PD50s coming out for Astralis. Seems to be current meta at the moment. A couple of smokes and flashbangs. And, of course, the bomb on the back of Dupree. They're head towards B for now. Just waiting for any sort of CT aggression towards long and middle. Angel will be going down first. I'm afraid Device finds him. And there are 2 players pushing long. That's Issa. They'll get 1 back in return. Make it 2. And we'll make our way towards the B-bomb side. Feds to defend. And advantage for HellRaisers.
Man advantage indeed as Fets tries to get back out and spot exactly what's further coming toward him. And they are coming toward him indeed. They'll push him all the way back to the stairwell. It allows the bomb plant to commence for Astralis, but they still set a man down as Fets does the smart thing without armor especially, and not take the duels. He'll sit back specifically to allow rotations. Kiarbi takes down Fets on the entry. The kit will immediately be therefore picked up by Dead Fox, who gets the response kill. In fact, 2 for him now in the round. Xyp9x continues to look high. dupreeh will sit back to find 3 if he wants to win the round. He's got to hold off the bomb, but he's dinked through the edge of the boards. That makes his job a lot harder as 2 will face him down. The man with the kick goes to the bomb. dupreeh knows it. He tries to swing out and find the headshot. I thought he was going to be honest, but the defuse came in.
Oh, got a little bit scary there towards the end, 3 versus 1. Luckily, they dinked him up. They knew he was very low. They could justify going for the defuse there, set up the human shield. It just about works out. dupreeh almost snuck in a shot that I think it would have been fine regardless. They took him down straight away. But still, 1-0 for HellRaisers. And, I thought they were going to force by there. Astralis with some upgraded pistols here. You can see HellRaisers preparing themselves for round number 3. I say number 3 because that's when the AKs will come out. They got the bomb down in the pistol. AKs in the third is a very common strategy. So HellRaisers just trying to make sure they have enough firepower, win this round cleanly, and then they can have potentially 5 rifles going into round number 3 as well. Bit of utility to work with now. They've got the rifles in hand. They don't want to waste their time with the SMGs. At this point, Astralis more than happy to go very patiently, bleed out the CTs for everything they're worth, get every smoke out of their hand, every flashbang. 1 or 2 kills is the objective here. If they get the bomb down, that's tremendous. It's unlikely they do that, but if they do make it happen, that could be a guaranteed round going into number 3.
Guaranteed round. Sounds like a nice probability. Jump through, device hits deadfox square in the forehead. Cabby grabs the M4. He'll be the one tasked of holding it. Gets the bomb as well, interestingly enough. So he's going to be the money man. An investment to go aggressive. Device goes down. He took the initial duel and came out worse for wear in it. Still won it and then went down. So 4 versus 4.
He got the rifle, though. That could be good for another kill here. It's going to certainly find one. That's probably all they'll get. Comes down to the 2 versus 1. He won't be able to plant by the looks of things. 20 seconds, CT's rotating in. If he's very smart, he could run all the way towards A. I don't think that will happen. Has still got a slight chance to maybe even win the round. 14 seconds now, time ticking away. CTs don't want to give much away here. He drops the incendiary, but surely he'll be dealt with momentarily. There it is. Angel gets the final frag, but that's still very good work by Astralis. Like we said, they get AKs into this round. They've weakened the CT economy. They might have a chance of stealing this one away. The bomb didn't get planted. I said guaranteed before, because if they got the bomb down, orbs to be able to come out. But here's the awkward interactions from the CTs. Couldn't hold them off long enough. A few kills going against them. 2 versus 1 to finish it. It's not too damaging. You can see 4 and 4 still, and the FAMAS in the hands of deadfox. So still with enough firepower to win the round. It's just if they lose this, they're done for. It's double eco for sure.
Double eco for sure. Zip. Not Zip. That's Kirby. I can read, guys. I learned in a book.
On it.
I learned it in a book. What's that from? Is that Monty Python?
Possibly, yeah.
I'll look it up. You keep talking.
Kirby with the first shot. Takes down Angel. 5 on 4. Nothing has to be done now. Deploy the 30-second rule. Sit there. Wait. CT reactions will come through momentarily. You can just hold up at the key choke points. deadfox holds towards middle. The reaction's starting to come in now. Fetz rotates over towards B. Voxic waiting in CT spawn, trying to just work between both bomb sides, even when required. Glaive goes towards long with the bomb. Xyp9x will join him as well. That's a good play. Something Astralis can be guilty of sometimes is facing choke points without having a secondary player there to go for the refrag if anyone goes down, and things can fall apart. Glaive still a little bit ahead here, going very fast up towards the A bomb site. Voxic not looking at that area. He is now. Flashbangs and smokes raining in. I don't think the CDs have a chance to win this one. They'll be saving the last 2 rifles. It was the first pick coming in. Fast up long, bomb planted, only 1 player waiting for them. Voxic drops, and Fetz and Issa have to save their M4s.
Too broad a reference to narrow down, apparently, but there's one specific one I was thinking of. The irony was that, how would you learn to read in a book if you can't read?
Yeah,
that's
good.
Yeah, thank you. I thought it was pretty good. You know, sometimes my IQ is just immense. It hits 20 sometimes. I know yours only goes to 11, but
all the way to 11.
Issa holds wall right side. Good position to be in to save a gun, but it is in fact just that, saving guns. Gets 1 kill. That's going to signal off to dupreeh that there is indeed a player in that position. dupreeh makes no mistake about it. Fetz has signaled the same. He's in a 1 versus 3. The bomb detonates. It's Astralis that pick up the first gun round and get all the guns just at the end.
Too bad. Astralis get that first
faulty towers, apparently. Someone says in chat.
Okay. Well, there you go. We've worked it out. As we enter round number 4. CZs, I think this is the full investment. It would have been double eco regardless. So yes, indeed it is. One defuse, get a few smokes. CZs, 4 of those in the Deagle. That's in the hands of Voxic as he goes towards the connector. Nothing done as of yet. Does spot one player. Gives away the fact they are indeed down to just the pistols. Yes, pushes off short. Trying to have some sort of map presence here, get a bit of intel. Doesn't want to face any further than that. It's likely a terrorist is waiting on the other side, waiting for him to overextend. It's not the case for now, but you never know. Zipex is coming in to check that area as Device challenges towards long. Does take down Voxic. Nice little tap as well. That was very long range and manages to find an opening kill. Once again, no overcommitment has to come through. Wait to see what the CTs will bring to the table in terms of the reaction that comes in. They push off short. They do know one more player's there, so there can only be one at the A-bomb site. That's just a fact. It will be Angel, and they'll try and take him down together.
Device.
Or will they?
Goes up long. Does get taken down by Angel, who pops back out and somehow finds Dupree. And look at the damage he's done to Kiabi. Hank, what went wrong?
The CZ went horribly wrong for them. Kiabi, he's going to have to play. He knows there won't be a kid available, right? So he'll go back towards long. It's a brave call. The thing is, Fetz is never going to go for a full defuse with 10 seconds remaining, but he does know that he's going to be low HP, right? So that fake defuse does nothing for him, because Kiabi didn't even hear that. Now time ticking away. He can smoke the bomb and...
Wrong position to smoke. And still no touch of bomb. And dead.
Well played. Good job by Kiabi. Nice and calm. Even when he had the defuse come in, knowing that the kit very unlikely can count even up to 7 if he wants to. And they had no idea where he was. So even though Angel gets 3 kills with the CZ-75, they managed to bring round number 5 in their favour in terms of this one being a full eco. Nothing will be purchased apart from some PD-50s. Very unlikely to get more than 1 or 2 kills. Device is the player with the MAC-10 this time. This should be the lead coming in favour of Astralis now.
Zipex buries into the boards. The plywood. Dupree sits bottom of the connector, a running and gunning Angel. Will grab a gun. Unexpectedly, as he surprised Astralis naturally by getting into a position they thought they'd checked off. Dupree, meanwhile, gets Dead Fox back. That'll open up the A site. They'll waltz in with the bomb as well, which is a great thing to have when you have an open bomb site. I don't know if they've spotted the rotation from Fietz, and he certainly takes advantage of it. He gets a shot towards Device, but meanwhile, it's Glaive and Dupree that will close the round. Astralis find yet another. They take the lead.
They do indeed. HellRaisers will be purchasing up into round number 6. No AWP available. Makes things pretty problematic on Overpass. It's fine. It's certainly doable. But they want to get Voxic on the AWP as soon as possible. A few compromises made as well. Not a kit purchase as of yet. Fetz with... Okay, he didn't have enough for a kit. I was going to say, I thought he had $500. No, he does not. He has... just 300, so no kit available for him. He's down to just a FAMAS as well, opted for the Incendiary to stop any fast plays. There's Dupree, as Chad mentioned on the desk, very good at hitting that shot. He's coming in emphatically towards the B side. Smoke's deployed as well, got a little path for himself to try and find the opening pick towards the barrels. Look, the CTs are floundering somewhat, but Issa recovers. Angel joining in as well. They've bought enough time, and all the frags coming in their favor. Desperately trying to get the bomb down. Glaive, he baits out not even 1 kill. This is a fantastic B defense on a limited round as well, not giving away a single kill. As Astralis trying to change the pace. Device might not be done just yet though. 2 kills for him, finally taken down by Fetz. And it's a simple B execution, fast play there. They're trying to get the smokes out as quickly as possible, knowing the CTs wouldn't have fully recovered in terms of their financial situation. Dupree couldn't find anything. His own smokes almost blocking his vision as the CTs found frags all over the place. Good work.
Good work indeed. Here's gets the shots that make them count. It brings us to 3-3, and despite 3 rounds in a row for Astralis, the money limited, it's Zipex that has just a CZ-75, and to join him in matrimony, it's Glaive with the same weapon.
Holy matrimony.
Holy matrimony. Holy moly matrimony. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Your love drives a man insane. Come on, Henry.
I know the song.
You can be Goose and I'll be Maverick. We'll sing it along.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll practice that for the next event.
Do you know why I'm Maverick?
Why?
Because I'm a bit of a rogue.
And you're short.
Yeah, and do you know why you're Goose? Because you die.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Hank. Sorry.
Everyone.
I know you were wondering what happens to you.
There's the boost we were talking about on the desk, just in case they're watching. They thought we missed it. We did see it. And I was listening.
You saw it, I didn't. Dead Fox, meanwhile, gets KRB. That'll start us off, and it also takes down one of the 3 weapons that were held by Astralis, so they need to recover it. Doing so is an easier task in words than in practice, because they still have 2 out toward long. Good response, therefore, for Device as he takes down Voxic, and he looks for more as well toward the park sign. This gives Dupree a bit of a chance to enter. Device finds Angel. Dupree, well, with all the confidence in the world, should Dead Fox back off and not be spotted. It's Glaive to do damage and keep him distracted. If Dupree were to wrap around now with the confidence, the site is open. It's exactly that. He would take him down. Good read by Dupree. Good communication by Astralis.
Looking very good now for Astralis. 4-on-2. Issa and Fetz on the retake. Very good hold towards the B-bomb side. Not so strong at A. Kiabi goes down, but Device lights him up with 2 quick kills. And that should be, they will be saving their M4s here. And we'll see whether Zipex can go hunting. Got the CZ in hand right now, trying to find these last 2 remaining CT players. Looks like they'll be tucked up towards the B area. Issa watching that connector. Surely he gets the kill here. He does not. He actually goes down, and both of them will find their watery graves as we take the lead for the Danes once again. 4-3 and another eco. A harsh reset there as well. Boost, I believe we're looking at right now. It's quite nice, isn't it?
It is pretty good. On top of the balloon as well. That's just so sick. Because originally we used to see the 2-man boost in the corner. But using a balloon, it's almost like the time you could use the Dove to escape the map on Train, which is a map I would want to escape every chance I could get. Very cool. Very cool. Until someone shoots the balloon out from under you. Do you know that when you used to knife, I don't know if it's still true, I haven't seen it in a while, when you used to knife the balloons, they would do damage to you? If you were right underneath of them?
Oh, really?
There was some sort of weird glitch where it would do damage to you. It's all that helium.
Yeah, explosive gas.
Yep. Something like that. That said, Astralis winning the last round, despite the weapons being somewhat lacking. It was a great play by Device to open it up and do pre-wrapping around. It's put HellRaisers straight back into a CZ round. I'm going to call them that from now on rather than Ecos.
What are you going to call them, sorry?
CZ rounds.
CZ. Wow, that's really creative.
They need, well, thank you.
You really worked out on that one.
Yeah, you know, I didn't go to art school and take some design classes for nothing.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about product management and expectations. And it's the name that speaks for itself.
It's working out so far for Dead Fox. 2 kills for him. Fast you like with the pistol, mid-range as well. This is why there's a bit of a conversation about the CZ being a little bit too powerful right now. That actually looked, if you took away the model, that could be with the M4. You weren't really sure, as he's doing a lot of work of it. 3 kills in total. This is quite beautiful stuff, and that could be the round. All done. Voxic gets another, and this CZ round, as you've coined it, looks like he'll be finding a victory here.
Zipex into the site has problems because it's 180 degrees by which you would have to turn, and CZs win it. That's why you don't coin it an eco, because they always have a chance, and that needs a special asterisk beside it, hence CZ. That's why they pay me the big bucks. It's going to be HellRaisers that take back the round. We go 4-4. That brings the economy back into question for Astralis, but a little spoiler for you, they're going to have a force into it with 2 AKs, a Deagle for Device, and 2 CZs.
EZ, PZ.
Helium isn't explosive, by the way.
I know, I realised that.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say anything because
I know. I realised it was either the one that is explosive or it's not, and I thought it's definitely not.
It's definitely no.
That's why you use it in those blimps, you know.
Yes. Yeah, the Led Zeppelins.
Yeah.
Except they're not actually lead.
Because if anything goes horribly wrong there, it's not going to explode on everyone.
I think they should just put nitrogen in there.
Yeah, why not?
That's explosive. Voxic takes down Device. Didn't have much to work with. He was one on the Deagle, one with the Deagle. No AK this time to complement 2 rifles. That's what won them the round last time they were in this situation. There is a rifle still up. It's in the hands of Glaive. And he needs to be brave. That or he should save. Maybe go find a cave.
Could do.
put on a little rave? I'd join him.
Oh, Glaive and Kiabi now stuck in a very difficult position. Just trying to get the bomb down at this point, it seems. HellRaisers putting a very decent fight here on Overpass. As we enter what could be another round for them. Glaive doing a good job with the frag towards Optimus, but I'm not sure he'll get even the bomb down here. He goes to the fake plant. He might have been better off just committing to it. Still has a second chance at it. Bomb will be planted, but Voxic makes his way in. And takes the round. Nice shot. HellRaisers is actually looking pretty sharp right now. Bear in mind, this is well, the first night we've seen with Feds in the lineup up against a top 5 team in the world. Giving them a decent run for their money. They were 7-1 up at one point on Mirage. They fell apart in the
Apparently
second.
it was hydrogen and blimps. That makes sense
really?
too. Yeah, that actually makes sense. This is why we shouldn't talk about things
we don't know.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've even looked at a periodic table. I am an old man. I don't even think it was invented when I was in school.
They've got Google in front of them. It's easy to sound smart and chat. You just can Google things and say things.
Look, I know nitrogen wouldn't float. It also doesn't expand. That's why you put it in tires in race cars occasionally, specifically in struts, actually. I use them in my struts because there's too much heat from the brakes and tires to make a predictable suspension setting with air. There you go. Carry on, Hank.
Where were we? We were into round number 10. I'm not going to call this a CZ round. I know you're very strict about what... Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
Okay.
It's Poseidon round now. Angel with a good shot back, gets Dupree. Shot from Voxic, so setup looking positive. Even though Dead Fox went down, Voxic was able to recover and take the bomb down, in fact, in doing so. Device still has the rifle picked up. He's got armor to work with it. Fortunately, no head armor, but it's 2 AKs. Might make a difference against the UMP if you want to argue that far.
Oof. Nice shot. A little bit of a wallbang coming through there. Should be the round. We still have a Zipex M4 and Glaive gets 1 with the CZ75. 5-4 is the overall scoreline. They could steal this round away if Glaive made that shot. It wasn't meant to be, and nothing more should come of this. Zipex with the bomb on his back. He's in the bathrooms right now. Time ticking away. 10 seconds. Smoked out. And he'll opt to fall back at this point. Going towards A is actually the correct place right now. There's only one player waiting for him.
We have some advice from chat from Martin Henson. Says focus on the gameplay. Unfortunately, the gameplay is rather lacking, so I'm just going to keep myself entertained. This could be good, though. This could be worth seeing. We know Zipex is often successful in these rounds. This time, not so much. Tried to get a Molotov off to his right side, or incendiary if we want to be technical. Gave away his position, and the peek toward Bank was predicted. He goes down to Angel.
This was the shot. Slide wallbang coming in. Oh, just about spots his head as it is being boosted up, so Kiavi will be no more. Nice attempt, but HellRaisers with the lead right now. They're on the CT side. It is considered to be the easier, if you will, of the two. And now we've got the Overpass Voxic going aggressive towards middle. Use that smoke to suggest he may be behind it, but he's actually in front of it. And it will be Device to go down first. Getting a taste of his own medicine, perhaps.
I hope it doesn't taste as bad as Buckley's, but it works just as well.
What's Buckley's?
Oh, I thought you guys would have had that in the UK. It's the most foul-tasting cough medicine. They even say in their ads, it tastes disgusting, but it works well. It works great.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, we don't have that.
Awful, but it does work. Voxic and Dead Fox to work together at the front of bathrooms. Glaive. He'll go out toward long. Check connector. In a seeming fashion that seems satisfactory. Going all the way through to the urinals themselves. Dead Fox will recheck it. Smoke off. No real support system in play directly for him, so if he goes down, a refrag would be difficult. He's hoping the smoke on his right side's enough that they'll walk out and not check hard left. If they go front side bathrooms, that would be spotted as well from inside of the site. But no one's taking the bait, and Kiarbi's patience pays off.
It's not looking too bad at all, is it? Kiabi with 1 frag. Zipex joins him as well. That should be it. Issa can't do much about this, or can he? Time ticking away as well. He could have actually done enough, but no. Pintering from long and middle itself. It got a little bit clumsy there towards the end for Astralis, but just about finding the frag required. I thought if this had got into cover, he could potentially shut them down. But nice shots coming in from Astralis there, especially one for the smoke. You'll take those all day long. As now we enter another 12. Pretty much separating these two teams. Back and forth gameplay. Money starting to dwindle now for the HellRaisers as well. Voxic with the AWP, 2 M4s around him, CZs as well. Very little in terms of utility for Dead Fox and Angel. 1 kit available. And Voxic this time with the AWP, they normally have to work very hard indeed to get the opening frag. He goes towards short this time, finds one and the second as well. Astralis has gifted him the second kill. Walking around the corner, didn't even get flashed, nothing at all. And he'll take it to a 5-on-3 just like that. 1 AWP is all you need to sometimes win the round single-handedly.
And like Nelson Mandela, maybe a dream.
Exactly.
Well, Voxic's done decent work to give Astralis something to think about. They've got to try and retake territory. Device gets a quick peek to the front of bathrooms.
Before you get mad at chat, he's trying to bait you. So don't waste your time.
Henry's figured it out. That's behind the barrels. 1 kit, it's Issa that has it, which is thankfully on B, but he's actually tagged. Whether by pre-fire or spotted, I couldn't quite tell from the counter perspective, but it is Glaive that gets Issa down, leaves the kit on the floor. They'll have to consider that when the bomb goes in to be planted, because I have a feeling and suspicion it's about to be done so now inside of the smoke, which will immediately extinguish any flames thrown in their direction. Gap in the smoke for Fitz to at least get information if anyone for the plant position were to exit toward the sandbags. Device was already there. No one needed to cross, but they've made contact with him from water. And a good wraparound play from Xyp9x. His Device just had to buy time more so to keep himself alive because he's down to 13 HP. And it's he and Xyp9x that have to clutch the round back 1 versus 3. They're on the defuse as well, but Xyp9x has arrived. That'll pull them off the bomb temporarily. They're trying to hold it, and they realize they cannot. Dead Fox kills Device, but Xyp9x gets clever. Oh, wow. That's brilliant. Fast to jump up means that Dead Fox doesn't know that he's still there, but I think he may have done it. That's going to be close, but I think he's got it with the kit. So that's still a win. It was clever from Xyp9x, but just barely enough from Dead Fox.
Well, there it is. I thought Xyp9x has done everything perfect there. It was the first 2 picks that AWP, I'm sure. We'll have a look at that in a second. Here we go. The second kill as well. Just walks into the crosshair, into the warm embrace of Voxic. They do recover. It comes down to the 1v1, and Xyp9x arguably had the advantage there as well. Dead Fox gets it with about half a second to spare on the defuse. And this looks like a partial buy coming through from Astralis. Can we call this one a CZ round, Matt? Does it qualify?
Yeah, no, that totally. How would it not?
I don't know. Don't know what your rules are for it. Do they all have to have armor?
No.
Okay, just all CZs.
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to get the term wrong, you know. Misuse it.
Wouldn't have it. Carby does find the kill, though, and more importantly on the bomb. At least the counter position for the bomb is that it sits on the deck. They can try and hover in to grab it back. It's dupreeh in a 1 versus 2. He's forward stance, but good headshot. Picks up an AK. Unfortunately, has to reload it. If he was able to get the secondary headshot, it would have been a remarkable win. Instead, it's HellRaisers picking up their 8th round. It gives them the half. But 8 on Overpass versus Astralis. I don't know where you'd count that as a victory, but we'll see if that's even where it ends. There's a chance they could still get 10.
We'll have a look.
Jesus Christ, I just got called a less intelligent blue. I'm retiring. Peace out.
Is that the end of it?
That's about as low as it could go.
Good lord. He's like a less intelligent blue. Well, the people have spoken. Round number 14.
I need to screenshot that.
2 rounds in a row for the CT side, and maybe even more. Angel in a good position to get 1 shot. Takes down Glaive, and the double frag comes in. This is looking incredibly sharp from HellRaisers. They seem to have worked out the Astralis system. These contact plays towards B short. They found their demise against the AWP, and this time against the FAMAS. It's not looking too good. Another 5-on-3. They do get significant damage inflicted to 2, and Xyp9x recovers. 3-on-3 just like that. He is playing very, very well tonight indeed. As we enter an advantage now for Astralis, believe it or not. 3-on-3 on a map like Overpass stretches the defense incredibly thin. And it will be Device to make his way up long right now.
Device already past the flower pot, staying to the right side means that He's reasonably far forward and not spotted by Deadfox, so I don't think... Oh, does spot him. I was going to say, have any idea that he's there. And Device, realizing it, tries to take advantage quickly as he dare. With the flames at his feet. It allows Deadfox positioning that's actually favorable. Unfortunately, Xyp9x has won the duel. Dupree's got position. Takes down Voxic, and a bomb plant ensues. It's low HP for all three, but Angel in a 1 versus 2. No kit in his hands, but he can rotate over toward A.
That should be it. The 5-on-3 situation converted to a success here. Angel without the defuse. Does find that first shot though. Angel seems very sharp tonight, I have to say. Xyp9x looking for his 4th kill of the round. And he'll certainly nail it. Low HP as well. Not scared whatsoever. Tries to take down Angel before he has another chance to get near the bomb. 2K available for pretty much every player. It's going to be 8-7 once again by the looks of things. The exact same scoreline we had on Mirage, and Astralis recovered in the second half. Oh, Xyp9x, that was wonderful. Well played. Another CZ round for the CTs here. They have 1 defuse kit, 3 smokes, an incendiary, and a flashbang. Surely the CZ can't come out trumps once again. It's too powerful. How is it finding so many kills all the time in every game? It's like the Tech9 all over again. It feels like people are realizing how strong the CZ is, and it's just unbelievable how many frags it finds. I think there was a stat, something like that. It was getting more kills than one of the M4s, which makes sense, obviously, because it's available on both sides, but it's like, in comparison to like a big tournament, how impactful it was.
Astralis, chance to wrap it up. They have lost to this exact setup before. More standard gameplay from Astralis, really, aside from a clever boost we saw once. There hasn't been a whole lot of execution. A lot of early round exchanges. Cabby rotate back toward the stairs and take down Voxic, who was already spotted by Glaive, and Glaive spotting him found Deadfox as well just prior. Angel in a 1 versus 4, 3 in this case, I suppose, in the isolated situation. Does manage to get first kill on Bomb Carrier, but now going down, it leaves his teammates to rotate over. Device is rotated down behind them to cut them off. It should go 8-7. I would say that's a pretty much foregone conclusion. Well done, Device, with the CZ end. That's exactly how we end the half.
It is. Same scoreline as we had on Mirage. It's the same lead as well for HellRaisers. It all fell apart in the second for them on Mirage. Maybe they can go a little bit stronger in the second this time. And who knows, maybe beat Astralis on Overpass. We'll find out after the break. Do not go anywhere.
Overpass, and it's 8-7. HellRaisers swap over to the T side, start their turn on the attack. Astralis start out at a half that they typically dominate the CT side of Overpass, to be specific.
Yeah, they have been a little bit weaker on Overpass as of late, but still, I feel like they'll come out on top on this one. HellRaisers definitely showing us this team could be something interesting in a couple of months' time once Fetz gets established, but overall, Astralis, I'm sure, They will show us what they can do here on the CT half. This is where Device really comes to life. They have won most of the pistols tonight here. They got both of them on Mirage. We'll see if they can get rolling here on Overpass as well. We get into the first round. 4 sets of armor, Dead Fox with the smoke, 2 flashbangs, no upgraded pistols. Same story for Astralis, but they've got no defuse kit to work with here. Going for raw firepower with the 5 Kevlars. Dead Fox and Go heading towards connector. Looking at the door right now as they will open it. Zipex on the other side, ready to give them a nice little greeting, but they beat him to the punch, take him down, and that should be the commitment towards B, I'd imagine. They're not going to go all in just yet. They're going to wait to see what the CTs do in response.
Kirby down immediately by Voxic, and Glaive suffers similar fates to Fits. Fates. We don't know how to pronounce it. Dupree, he'll get Voxic back in the end as he rotates around, but Fates is still sitting on top of the site to get Device. All of this irrelevant. Bomb goes to B, and yes, I know it's all relevant, but just bear with me. As Dupree goes into a 1 versus 4, no kit in hand, but does have armor to work with. Good first opening shot on Issa. But he's got to be careful of his backside, because Angel's there to spank him.
Gave it his all, but going towards the default at the very start, HellRaisers. Focus on the connector, open the door, Zipex waiting on the other side. Head blown off, and went back towards a kill by kill. HellRaisers run away with the round as a 1 versus 4 for Dupree. Nothing he could really do. He got 1 frag, and there will be a force buy here from the CT side. Scout for Device as he heads towards top and middle. It's difficult to get more than a tag in that angle, but he'll fall back towards long now. It's a little bit more viable for him.
He's up. Isa. Device. Can't quite hit the headshot. Thought he might have something in it, and second time's no better off. Does take Dead Fox down to 54. But they'll still pursue the site at 9-7. A chance to go to 11. Dupree with a deagle gets found out. No chance to catch them off toward long. Dupree again is going to try and get crafty. As bullets whiz by. Glaive also doing a slightly similar attempt. Dupree actually made it work for 1. Voxic's got the response. That's Glaive's cue to go as Kirby shuts down Issa. There's a chance, if no one's paying enough attention, that the flank could work from Glaive. The others just have to keep them at bay, keep them busy. Dead Fox. He gets Kirby down, and already Glaive is found out, but they realize they don't have time to put toward him because they're being tagged up on the site and shut down. Well done, Astralis.
A little bit apprehensive there, HellRaisers, after they started to find some damage there on the A site. Getting pincered in as well, it started to collapse all around them. CZ's proving too powerful. Device tagging everyone up as well, it seemed, with the scout. They tried to fully commit and found themselves in a very difficult spot indeed as Dupree to finish things off with a CZ in the back. And we will see a force buy response. Dead Fox with the UMP, in fact, as well. Pistols around him, and we do still have the scout for Device. He watches towards middle. Might better take down Voxic here. They are pre-firing him somewhat, so needs to be careful. Good nade towards the steps. Should do some significant damage. Maybe not so much. Tickles them slightly as Issa gets the first frag. Takes down Kiabi, and it's all falling apart again. CZ's just too strong.
Far too strong. You'd think Astralis would take charge in one of these situations, but can't seem to do so, and pistols exactly haven't been their best bet. Did win it this time. Did everything to take the power back. At least smartly positioned, but can only get 1. Even Angel able to take him down on an AK from range. It's down to Device and Glaive. M4 in play. Device perhaps a little bit less relevant on a scout, but we'll see. He's got a CZ in hand, which arguably is just as powerful these days.
chance to do something with this now. The bomb drops in a really awkward position. That's the high HP player going down as well. Glaive smartly tries to fall back, but opts to stay in the current position. 20 seconds now. They still have to pick that bomb up. Smoke's actually not helping them out too much, but that position is Issa. What looked like a really awkward situation for them. They recover, and it's the CZs once more. It is becoming a bit of a epidemic in CSGO, I would say. These CZ rounds keep winning over and over again. I saw players tweeting yesterday. I can't remember who it was saying that the CZ has to be nerfed now. It's getting out of hand. Like, now we're not even seeing the Deagle really that much anymore. Like, it's like CZ all the time, because obviously it's cheaper than Desert Eagle, and arguably better. Like, it's more versatile. It still has the long-range tapping potential. It can mow people down close range, good for 1 or 2 frags. $200 cheaper. Can shoot while running.
Yep.
So, yeah, maybe something has to be done about this.
No, I agree.
Little pistol. But then, you know what's going to happen. They'll nerf it, and we'll never see it again.
Yep.
And then no pistols will work.
I miss the days when the default pistols were sufficient enough and no one wanted to waste money on
every
others.
Other game of CS, every other iteration, only the Glock, USP, and the Deagles were ever used. That was it.
Exactly, because the other pistols weren't so overpowered. Which maybe there's something to be said about that they brought other guns to relevancy.
Yeah.
But it was almost like you just saved your money to play normal gun rounds instead of constantly throwing your economy around. It's peculiar, for sure. There's an argument either way.
It's one of the most interesting parts about the game. Either way, Force Spy from the Danes. They are 10-8 down. Equal situation for now. And this is where HellRaisers struggled before, making their final commitment towards the A side. The CZ good at close range encounters. You can see them trying to tuck themselves into all the little crevices right now. Dupree might push this smoke. I would suggest he probably does and gets away with it as well. Double kill for him. And now they've got the advantage as well. Just Issa, the A side that lets them down once again. And he'll try and do anything he can to try and make this a winnable situation. Now he's got no ammo in his AK. I'd say that's probably it. And indeed it is. No one can win a gun round now. It's all about the pistols. As it all works out once again. Dupree have a nice play. I like the fact he pushed the smoke, the unexpected play, as players were encroaching on his position from the mid-entrance as well. We'll take a tactical timeout. Astralis with 3 AK-47s on the CT side. That's very nice, as you would say.
Very nice. You mean that?
Yeah.
I say that sometimes, it's true.
A little boost there, didn't catch that, so dodging the smoke, but round number 5.
Want to go to TwitchCon this weekend?
Bit of short notice.
I'd rather go to YouTubeCon.
YouTubeCon, yeah. That's where we're going to go.
That's starting soon.
You're the host.
Damn right I am. Hosted naked. Glaive, over top of smoke toward the main stairwell. Can't find anyone. Spots, but can't find. Device, meanwhile, might have a better chance because he snuck up behind them while they've been occupied by both flashes and nades, and Device is spotted. I don't think he's aware Izza's so close because as he gets a smoke at the ready, Izza walks around the corner and everything's falling apart already. Gun at the grabbed. And with armor as well.
Force Spy galore. Their appearance in the Tech 9 that. Hasn't found a kill as of yet, but still early days. Zipex, I like this spot a lot. The spray control has to be good. He gets 1. Considering how it started, I think he'll probably be happy with that. It's going to be Dead Fox to equalize things to a 2-on-2. Surely not a Force Spy victory once again. This is getting out of control, map.
It is Dead Fox tapping up toward the heavens as well, but watch for Kiarby on the flank. Checked from Dead Fox. Didn't think he would find it when he didn't go far enough on the first shoulder peak. Still manages to pick up the kill. It's Glaive that has to pull it back with 10 HP, and in doing so has to drop inside of the water.
Well, good luck, Glaive. 2 kills to find, a bomb to defuse, and you've got 10 HP yourself, now 0. Dead Fox goes with the old-fashioned approach. Just kill him before he even has a chance to tap the bomb for more than half a second. Doesn't even have a chance to reposition his crosser. That's real cool. 11-9, and they're going to force by once again Astralis. Why not? It's working for both sides. This one could cost them, though. It's not the strongest. 1 in 4. Oh, it's not too bad. 1 in 4, 2 UMPs, and 2 CZs. This has been a strange game of CS. We get this more often in online Counter-Strike for some reason. I think you just feel a little bit more confident, and obviously it's not like a big playoff game on the line. You can experiment with these sort of ideas, and it's working out with the CZ every single time. Not the double kill this time, though. Fets manages to eradicate both players in the connector position. 4 and 3 in their favor. Surely someone converts one of these round now. That should do it.
Well done from Dead Fox, and it's HellRaisers that should find round number 12. Put them in a prime position. Glaive. Work his way back to the site. Glaive, meanwhile, still searching for information desperately as he dare inside of the A site. Doesn't need to overcommit. HellRaisers are going to slow it down anyway. Go for execution. They've got 39 seconds, so they might as well take advantage of it. Isn't this an overthink? A fake to A and a rush back against 2 players. Just get it. Oh, I love that, Feds. Well done. Just get it over with.
It's looking very promising for HellRaisers. Time ticking away. They made their way towards B. Unless Zibex has some sort of godlike round, this should be a flashbang's okay. Might be able to find 1 kill here if he denies the bomb. There's something he can do about it, but apparently not. Bomb planted, and now Glaive will just be saving the CZ75 perhaps. And finally, for the first time in this half, 2 subsequent rounds in a row for the T side this time. Force by finally comes to an end. He will find an M4 on the ground. They will be eco into the next one with $1,900 coming to their bank accounts. The frag charts for you. Everyone chiming in. No one's like dramatically off course. Dupree with 16 kills, having a good night. Seems to be in very good form right now. I saw some flamboyant AWPing from him in the first map. Maybe we'll see it here in the second half as well.
Possible. As always, the team that wins the first game struggles to close the second in Pro League. Fats with shots to Dupree, shots to Caribbean. As you say, a dirty double.
Very dirty. That's how I like it.
Dirty dancing.
Yeah, my favourite.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Well, they'll go to B again. It sort of started off Angel. He'll go the other direction. He'll go to the short pipe and get into construction. Sees a jump and thinks, oh, that's fine. I'll rush around and kill him, but gets found out in the meantime. Still, they manage the kills. It goes the other way. And as it walks into the site, it's going to be a 13th round now for HellRaisers. And I thought Astralis would waltz away on the CT side. They're struggling to establish economy and pick up rounds as needed.
You might be right. This is getting a little bit scary for them now. It's going to be 13-9 on the inaugural showing of this new HellRaisers lineup, at least in Pro League, as far as I'm aware. Fets within the team. Seems to be pretty handy. Another Estonian player coming in. There's a few of them in the scene now. Rops from Our Sports, HS and Optic, and now Fets in HellRaisers. Seems to be a developing nation in terms of Counter-Strike and finding a lot of young talent. They've always been pretty handy, actually, especially in Source. They had like 2 or 3 like pretty decent teams. Nothing legendary, but always had the players there. 13-9 now. Another buy available. No orb from what I can see on the Astralis side. What's the player? Do they go and try and get aggressive, get that first pick? We 2 players at the precipice of long entrance. That's HellRaisers with a lot of money in the bank right now. Not even upgrading their UMPs. Just going to be trying to build that bank balance. Device looking to boost out by the bathrooms here. Oh, the cleanest to boost. Smoked off now. Makes it less useful than what it was. He'll drop down now. They know where he is. They're just going to run through the UMPs, and they do. Wasn't the best idea with the smoke down. Now they've got the 5 and 4.
Good wraparound from Izzler to time it with Device still trying to look through the smoke. They've lost track of one CT that still is there. It's Dupree. He seems to always be there. Xyp9x follows that up by getting Dead Fox. It gives them a chance. They've lost one more, though, as Xyp9x goes down. It's dupreeh that's waiting for the call, and whether or not it stays to A, or if he's got elsewhere to go, he's going to probe out long instead, which could be the right decision. He's got to be careful about making noise. Fox, I guess, no idea that he's there, though, so that's all fine. Fitz tries to get one back. He'll catch Glaive. 11 HP, however, he has bomb, but knew where dupreeh was, but not where he is. He's actually already anticipated. This is such a good read. He figures correctly that he's going to think I'm still long and rush to B. Did he hear the drop? Certainly did, and down he goes. Fetz is going to have no idea how he was figured out.
Very close round. Astralis, they win it, but only with one player surviving. Like I said, the money is out of control for HellRaisers. That was a round of 3 AKs and 2 UMPs. Comes down to a tight 1 versus 1. They'll be fully equipped here. Astralis certainly not. A bit of drop one weapon. Still a couple of SMGs come through. Orbs out for Voxic. It's their first proper buy, believe it or not. I can't believe I'm saying that so deep into the second half, but we've had such a weird force buy game that this is the first proper time we've actually had 4 AKs out, the AWP, and still it's not a proper gun round because Astralis are under-equipped. So here we go. There's a new sound for you as well. That came in the update. Matt, if you're not aware, everything's got its own unique jumping sound. So you've got grass, sand, and
yep, that's right. It's perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. It makes sound a bit better. Some of the issues, I think, are still with directional sound in this game. So at least it's more identifiable if you know the textures of the map. Angel tries to get a shot back toward the sandbags. Quick reload on the AK after firing a few shots through an open door that's now smoked off, concealed. dupreeh has to be a bit careful if he wants to run back because if the pre-fire continues, if he goes towards sandbags on 6 HP, he's killed by a stray bullet just as easy as anything. Both teams double digits, 3 to tie if Astralis would elect to do so. Dead Fox, meanwhile. Still waiting for his teammate to make a call. Boost up. Xyp9x the one to go high because dupreeh is so low. In more ways than one.
Indeed. Time taken away. 40-second mark now. Looks like they'll be finishing up towards B, of course, the HellRaisers, that is. Contact play as they walk through the monster tunnel. It's going to be Xyp9x and dupreeh waiting on the other side. They should be able to get a couple of kills here. Just one for now. Issa strikes back. He's been pretty decent tonight, I have to say. dupreeh lying in wait, holding the smoke, and it's not going to work out for him. It seemed like he had the lineup correct as well. And this is going to be damaging for Astralis. A round they won, and now money is just gone. They've got nothing to work with. $1,400 bonus into this round. It's 14-10. They pretty much have to buy.
Hats off. The second night in a row, not done yet, that a team with someone who's just joined into the roster or is standing in the case of Kane, I'm going to pick up a map against a team that arguably should have walked away convincingly. And for the second night in a row, it's a Danish team that's suffering that fate.
Yeah, that's right. It was North yesterday. On Nuke. Oh, here we have it. CZ, so I won't say it's done just yet. But it's likely that HellRaisers pick up this round and they'll only have $1,900 a player on the Astralis side. But you never know. The CZ proving to be a bit of a nuisance, as you can see right now, towards the short area of B. Another double frag. No one seems to be learning that lesson just yet.
I did say it wasn't done. I put the stipulation in there. I'm safe from claws. Angel, however, does get Xyp9x back. That'll open up more space toward B. Smoke off as well, back toward the sandbags, just in case anyone wants to rotate back through the squeaky position. Kiarbi gets aggressive. AK picked up, tagged out from inside of the smoke, but still has room to work, and Device will call a spot for him. Man up on the Astralis side. This is where the peaks need to come in. Device does well with just a CZ. They can't peek fast enough to find Voxic behind the pillar. They'll boost instead. Kiarbi will back off.
That pistol's just unreal, isn't it? Like, it takes away the fact that you don't need to use it like a pistol. If you hold an angle like Xyp9x was, you just hold mouse 1 as they come in the corner, right? It's just like, it's a little rifle, essentially. And the amount of damage you can do, they can find one-shot headshots at that sort of range. Still, they haven't won the round just yet. Kiarbi might be in a spot of bother here, Matt. He's on 14 HP. His teammate goes down. Voxic was 70. They've lost track of him as an open plant as well. No kit available. I think this is going in favour of the T's. Almost certainly now. He needs to get his skates on. It's not a great plan for him as he's making noise as well. And Voxic plays it smart before he even has a chance to get to the bomb when he's checking every single angle. Takes him down, can hear him. And that's going to be it. 15-10. One more round will do it. Money once again in a desperate position. CZ's again, though. It's getting a little bit I guess it's not as exciting anymore knowing that the CZs probably pretty much can just go toe-to-toe any rifle. Maybe that's the main issue. I'm a little bit worried by them. Is that every round they come out, it's like,
No,
well,
it's insane.
they probably can.
That's why I stipulated the CZ round, you see? I'm a genius. It is, I mean, it is ridiculous. Watch, Kirby get a kill right here. Partly due to good positioning, but it's a pistol. Of course, as soon as I say it,
Yeah, never guarantee it.
it's fun. As Murray Walker once said, I don't, what did he say? I don't...
You get a quote, get that
I
ready
don't
as
tell
well.
lies, I make prophecies that are immediately proved to be untrue.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, this could be the end of the Astralis run on Overpass. A map that's really fallen out of favor for them recently. 5-on-3. 2 of the players with the CZs and Deagles going down. It's just Zipex, Device, and Glaive now. Spread incredibly thin across the map. 1 minute remaining. Pretty much all HellRaisers have to do here, Matt, is go as a 5-man unit and walk into a bomb site. They cannot lose if they do that. As long as they Molotov for certain areas and flash and smoke in, they should be trading out frags into CZ. They shouldn't be finding 2 or 3 kills. In they go. Gonna make sure you go together here, boys, as they make their way towards the bomb site. Smoke support, Molotovs as well, as we said. Eradicate those risks, work out what you do need to look at. There is a player on the bomb site. That's a common position. He gets 1. It starts to fall apart now. It's Zipex. He seems to be a real nuisance with that upgraded pistol, but Device goes down. That might be it. 4-on-2 now.
Voxic inside. On the ramp. He's got the shot on Zipex. He's got Angel to back him up in getting down. It was the other way around. Glaive doesn't matter. It's the win to HellRaisers. It goes 1-1 in the night. Both teams pick up 3 points, but HellRaisers do it in impressive fashion, having made a roster change today.
I'm not sure many people would have predicted that. They did have a good run on Mirage. Overpass, so, against Astralis, who seem to have got warmed up towards the end of that first. You think, okay, they're definitely going to stomp them out on Overpass, but no. HellRaisers show resilience. A weird second half as well. Lots of force buys back and forth. We didn't really see a gun round to what, round number 7 or 8. And then Astralis win 1. Money gets wrecked. They've got too deep into the best of 1. Too many force buys. And it goes horribly wrong. We'll throw it over to Alex on the desk to analyze this one.
That's what we plan to do. Thank you very much. That's Henry G and Sadakis. They'll be back with your second series after we break this one down. I do say we, myself, YNK, and Sponge. Guys, the way Henry said it is kind of putting it lightly, perhaps. Not many people would have expected a convincing HellRaisers victory.
No, and I'm definitely one of those people. That second half, I wasn't sure if I was watching Counter-Strike or a tennis match, right? The back and forth of those force buys really shows the pitfalls if you're the CTs and you don't come out on top of that, because they just basically delayed the inevitable. They delayed that double eco or, you know, the low buy until the point where HellRaisers basically had already won the match, right? Once you've given them 13, 14 rounds, and then you have to take like an eco in that kind of position, it's very rough. You can't make any mistakes from that point going forward. And I think the positives here, at least the takeaways for this HellRaisers roster or this mix of players who are thrown in this bag, is they can frag. You know, they can actually get the kills, and that's the most important thing. I know that sounds very rudimentary, but in Counter-Strike, you know, maybe you can have the struts, but not always the players who can shoot heads, and they were able to do that. So that's a positive.
Yeah, and Dupree as well, top of the scoreboard. It's going to be something for him to take away, albeit not with 2 victories in the bag. Astralis, though, I mean, just the 1. And we kind of discussed rather, Yenka, that they'll be keeping their cards quite close to their chest ahead of the major events.
True, but you would think that an upset like this was very much possible if HellRaisers didn't change a player like today, you know. But the thing is here, Astralis, I really think what cost them the game more or less is that loss to the CZs in the first half, because they were, I think it was when they were 4-3 up, and that was the round. If HellRaisers lose, then they have to eco. Astralis has got like 10k at that point in the bank. HellRaisers have a weak buy as well, and that's when Astralis really takes over the game, I feel like. But you know, that actually turned the tide completely. Astralis force bought themselves, and they had to eco after that, and that gave the necessary rounds to HellRaisers. They ended up on top with 8 rounds on the CT side, which, yes, it is a CT-sided map, but when you're HellRaisers, just change a player, playing against Astralis, you know, anything more than 5 is, like, amazing for them. And you combine that with I mean, they won the second half pistol, but it was back and forth, as Chad pointed out, but they came out on top of that back and forth. So I feel that the force buy in the first half and the fact that they got the control of the economy early in the second half really made the difference here.
I mean, throw some clutches into there as well. Woxic got a 1v3, then a 1v2 straight after it. I mean, it was basically he closed out the map and got us to map point. It's fantastic work from Woxic. And I mean, he's, of course, been under turbulent times and a lot of stress outside of game. The fact that he got his visa denied. I know they were planning on going to Denver.
Yeah, visa issues suck, man.
Sucks.
That's like the worst. It's like, yeah.
Out of his control. Out of his control entirely.
It's not much fun. But I don't want to take anything away from HellRaisers because that's a big victory and definitely one that's going to keep them staying out of the bottom 3 in relegation, like hopefully, because positive signs, right? They actually look like they're putting in a lot of effort. But for a team like Astralis, maybe they're thinking, cruise control from here on out because they are playing Na'Vi, Envious, and Mousesports to round out the season. Right. If they won the rest of those series, I am pretty positive that they will make top 6, right? Because right now there's no real standout, no team that's really clear and ahead of the pack. So I think the top 6 is going to be contested within the top 6, but the teams outside of that, after this LDLC forfeit, a couple of other teams are probably going to drop off as well with harder runs to close her out.
HellRaisers have only lost Overpass once in Pro League, and that's to Heroic 16-14. They beat Astralis, they beat Na'Vi, they beat an LDLC, and they beat the North. So they're one of the better teams on Overpass in the league so far.
I think you probably have to credit that to Angel, right? Like, looking at it, you can go, okay, sure, these players are a bit of a mixed bag thrown together, but at least the system or the way that he approaches the map has to be sound for them to pick up victories like that. It's not just the other teams having off nights or not being mentally all there. They have to be doing something right.
They haven't lost the map since August.
Bloody hell. Okay, so we hadn't quite highlighted that in the pre-match, but actually, with some digging from Yanko here live on air, it does go to say.
I knew it was their best map and they had some success, but this is like even more impressive than
they're playing Astralis, right? When you dig into the backlog, you can go, oh yeah, sure, it's the best map, but you're still going to go, nah,
you should lose this.
You're playing against Astralis, you should lose, right? But hey, what do you do?
Well, from Astralis' battle to top 6 to your battle to top 5, our community plays is time to go ahead and check out how you guys have been performing. You can go ahead to esl.gg/submitplay and we take a look at some of the very best ones live on air during the week. This time, we're going to go ahead and have another look at community plays. We're going to get some top-tier analysis from you guys as well.
I don't know if it's analysis or if it is like play-by-play, because you know that we're really well known as a... We could be a trio, actually.
That would be a play-by-play
Chad is known for his hype, and I'm known for my, fast-paced commentary.
Yeah. Well, let's watch them. Let's jump in to our community plays. Fallen Gods.
Best friend of Fallen. Yeah. If you didn't know, from Malaysia, they're actually really good mates. And another raw clip.
Maybe this is like one of those examples when two brothers played on the same PC, because Fallen God should be like Fallen God. Right?
No, but maybe
Gods is plural.
Yeah, but maybe he's got multiple personalities. I thought it said Australia.
Oh, this is one of your countrymen, Chad.
Yeah, those Austrians.
Haha, that's a great
well, I'm jealous because I can't use the scout at all. And
it's another scope gun.
Yeah, so let's just see how many... Another one. Well, this is the old Dasu. This is probably one of the last times we ever see this.
Damn.
Was that his name? Killer Dude?
Yeah.
Killer Dude from India. Dude. That is fantastic.
Damn.
The only thing that would top that would be Killer Homie. Homie is such a cool word.
Homie?
With a 1, maybe?
No, that's an English name if ever I saw one. Hero Gut.
Probably because of how many pints he can take.
Exactly. He's got a hero gut.
This is a great play, just camping and everyone's rushing him for some reason. He's on the T side.
They're the best kind of kills to get in Counter-Strike.
He actually got just 1 kill by peeking. That's impressive.
Is this our number 1?
Well, I don't know if it's ranked in order, but it is another AWP clip.
I'm ranking it in order.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Love the Turks. Do you, Alex?
Absolutely, I do.
Fan favorite.
Trying to follow in Woxic's footsteps here.
Yeah, maybe that's his inspiration. They got Zantaros, though. Wouldn't he be...
Yeah, maybe, actually. He's been doing it for longer, hasn't he?
Yeah. The best player in the world.
He is nuts. He is.
Next community plays, I would like less AWP clips.
Okay.
If we could.
As in, like,
what Gold Boy wants, Golden Boy receives.
Submit some AK clips then to keep Chad happy, okay? Now, if you've just got a sick ace, record it for us or send us the demo to esl.gg/submitplay.
Thank you, Alex.
Do you reckon I could submit a play? Would they allow that?
Yeah, sure. Maybe on the new Dust 2.
If you ever made an actual good play.
It's gonna happen, Yanko. It's about to happen.
Alex's plays are like pushing, getting 1 kill, dying, and then being super frustrated for the rest of the round.
And not as frustrated as Henry's when that happens.
But I do get the first kill, and then not be good enough to get the second one.
People were asking me why Henry shaved his head. It's because he's pulling his hair out from playing with you.
Yep. Well, I'm going to play some this weekend, and I'm going to get real good, and I'll submit a clip and everything. Anyway, we should probably go ahead and take a little break because We've got more Counter-Strike to talk about after this, guys. When we do come back, we're going to be talking about Heroic versus Envy. We get to see the Danes, who did test none other than HellRaisers on their very best map. We're going to go ahead and take 5. When we come back, we'll be talking all about what the Frenchmen are capable of versus the Danes. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned for ESL Pro League.